probably a very recent one may not be there. Something may be missing in it, what I want to show. Augmented reality will bring in something which actually I have programmed in advance, but the thing that I want to show can also be reached out. You don't have to be there all the time or take a trip there, field trip to show it. You can make a field trip and go later on, but you'll already know what to do. When you go there, it's nothing like a new thing. You've seen those worlds, you've seen, and it will be so um, you know, quite clear to students as to which field they want to go and make a career in. So you sometimes you make a career in something, you adopt it, you are trying to uh, you feel that it will work for you, but after being in it for some time, you'll feel, oh, I made a wrong decision. This won't be there. Augmented reality will actually show people working in their respective professions, a doctor working. So there can be, maybe there'll be lab sessions of this kind. I guess so. I would like to adopt something like that. The, a day in the life of a doctor, a day in the life of a, I would say, physician, or a day in the life of a teacher, a day in the life of a school teacher. So probably beautiful a session could be programmed and you will sit in it. What is augmented reality? You are going to sit with something and feel a part of it. The other day when the symposium was on, the thing that you saw those in the picture, people wearing it, I brought this picture because these things will be there. What the students will do, will wear it, and they, so I'll tell you what I did myself. So they wanted to, uh, this particular symposium, the session was on social entrepreneurship and how you can make people start earning for themselves when they're having a difficult time. So they had taken us into, the setting was of somewhere in a very remote African country where kids did not have access to um, college education, and they are, after their initial schooling, they're just playing outside. And how the one teacher reaches out to them. So it's a complete program session. I am the teacher. I am with the teacher. When I see it, the teacher says, "Hey Naila, you're coming with us," and I am watching it, and I feel as if I'm in it, like a 3D. So I'm walking in it, and he keeps talking to me as if he's going to. So it's all programmed that my name is known to that. And the person, you know what, we are in this remote village, and these are the children. We can see they are playing there. So how do you attract them to higher education? And then he says, okay, can I play with you? And I can tell him, okay, don't pick up that, pick up this stone, go hit the, so they're playing with some, like you have hitting pile of the stone, you're hitting it, and so you can play with them. So I actually made a decision on hitting not the upper part of the stones, the lower part of the pile of stones, like you play outside, small children play. And then the children come back and say, hey, how are you? How are you? What are you here for? And they say, well, we're asking about your career options. What are you planning to do in future? You're playing here, but what is your, someone says, I want to be a fisherman. Someone says, so do you know how to do it? Do you know how, someone said in that group of children, one said that I want to fly away to US, and someone said something. And then we asked them, do you know what is happening there? Do you know what is, how do you grow? Someone said, I want to be a farmer, a plant. I want to plant a lot of things. So you can train them. So there was a session where they took them around to show a few things, how people would do. I was with him for more than 30 minutes. And then a lady was asking me for the machine because in a group we had 2 or 3 only. So after the session midway, I said, okay, let me give it to you. And since pandemic was there, we had to wipe it and give it. I still remember. So I felt a part of the entire process. That session of a person who's a social worker is meeting students or kids who are playing in a remote village, and they're trying to ask them what they want to do in future so that they can enroll them in higher education. So I'm telling you something I have gone through recently, and I feel it will be the world for future. You'll be a part of it instead of me flying. Not all researchers would fly, maybe one would be there, picked up from that city. He brings in through augmented reality. I was present in that session, in that meeting. And I felt not aloof from there. So I hope I've answered your question. I'm actually dreaming what was happening then that day, and sitting here, I could really feel a part of being there. Uh, the session also told us these are the mountains. This is what here. Except that you're not experiencing with the touch. The touch part is missing. Rest everything, the experience was there. This is what is going to be used by professors, I'm sure, with researchers also, and even travelers and tourism. Some people who have some difficult disabilities and they cannot travel, but they feel the need that they should be somewhere. They can also utilize it strongly, and they can meet people who are known to them sometimes, chit chat with them in a different way, not on Zoom, but you you feel as if you're perched with them with a set of chair. One chair has been given to you, and you're sitting in a group. The feeling was like that, and it was so. They would respond to you. They are showing you something. You're going ahead. Come, let's see. So you're going ahead with them because the movement is there. So that was augmented reality experience for me, or I would say even a part of virtual reality. So both these things really, I felt that I was a part of it, and that can be still, maybe it's still growing. You'll find someone doing it later, and your presence will be felt wherever you cannot go. And you can bring these things into the classroom. All professors can. So one or two machines made such a lot of difference in the entire session. After the session, the researcher who was talking about these virtual reality and augmented reality could explain to us lot many things because we'd already been in the session. So I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. There's another question.
Yeah.
Where do India stands in implementing blockchain compared to other countries?
Well, I would say India is not behind at all. In fact, there's lots to learn from India because blockchain, even if you are talking about people doing cryptocurrency, it's some organizations, financial institutions who've stepped into it, and some IT solutions who are like ERP, IT solution industries, which are together in it. Many of the companies like IBM and most of the companies who are into ERP solutions are there. They are using it. In fact, what I can say is the person who was my trainer was an Indian in university from California. Mr. He was from what is Bilani, Fitz Bilani, yeah, Pilani, yeah, Fitz Pilani. So we are. How can India be behind when people from India are sitting in different parts of the world training us on blockchain? So, I mean, that's one of the things that I feel proud. And don't feel that it is going to be given out to any other country. The leading countries will have India in its name. So you will be a part of it. In fact, it's already there. Person who's training us around the world, I mean, at least in North America, is from Lithuania. So you can see that they already, it's perched, it's placed. And that too in the training field. So they are strongly bringing in blockchain in the training field. So his name is Nitin Kali. So terrific trainer. So you can say that these people are bringing India on the map there with blockchain, artificial intelligence. You name it, uh, India has shown its presence in most of the things there and will be doing it in the future. I hope it's okay. At the moment, I can say this much only.
There are loads of questions asked by the participants. I will take the question one by one.
Okay.
What role AI has in disaster management in terms of management of resources?
Oh, that's one thing that they are addressing very strongly. And I'll make my answers a bit short because if you have many questions, I'll try my best to answer most of the questions as far as I can and do justice to them. So disaster management is one place where it's the unknown. Human beings are scared of the unknown, the unpredictable. What's going to happen next? I've done this, but what next? If there's going to be a storm, there's going to be a big disaster. So you cannot preempt it far behind. You can preempt it just about few hours, before some, machines will tell you that there's going to be a big earthquake. So um, we have to know it well in advance, and you'll have to take measures. So how you can get locked yourself up, how houses will be built in such a way that they will completely lock themselves up if there's going to be a disaster like a flood or something in the city. So probably things will be they'll build things. So the construction companies will adopt a lot of artificial intelligence technology. Sensors will be there in houses. If there's going to be a stormy weather, probably every home will get an information through the media, but then the media will be in a different way announcing it and also giving you tips on what to do next. And there your Siri and your Google Home can give you a lot of tips at times, do this or do that, and you keep asking Siri, please do this, please keep a timer for me. So you can probably, the artificial intelligence inbuilt in the houses will definitely give you a sense of, you have not done this, did you switch on this, did you switch on, there can be a fire can catch when there's a stormy weather, so did you unplug something. So everything will be timed, everything will have this own timing of doing things. Forgetfulness will be very less, and I think we'll address a lot of issues which come or may happen because we don't know about it, because it's when it's going to happen we don't know, how to tackle it we don't know. That don't know thing will be less. It will be a different world where I mean, you can watch some movies where you find the entire city is made of metallic, and metallic cities are there, and you have tube rails and this, that, and you can shoot from one place to another and catch up with people, and your movement is so fast. Yes, the world is heading for that, for it, and those are not things which are going to be a of the like of the future. The future is already in here. We are going to get into it. 2023, you saw in my that's the time when they have identified. So it's already 21, 2 years, and you'll find a difference. Yeah. Any other questions?
Arvindan Singh has asked, will humanoids replace physical classes or activities in future?
Yes, we wish to be in the classes, I'm sure. I think all professors will be really interested to know that. So, yes, it will be. We are going to be, human cannot be changed. The human presence in teaching definitely cannot change because I'm talking about set labs which can be demonstrated. But when it comes to actually delivering a class with a lot of questions that you answer, and so it can be only programmed for a certain time period, but not everything that you discuss in the class. You know, your discussion boards cannot, which are still there, need to be monitored by the teacher. If there's a specific question which needs some more explanation, maybe cannot be pre-programmed, because like in this session, if these questions were given to a pre-programmed speaker, someone who's not a non-human speaker, I'm sure it's not going to be the way that I am explaining. Probably there will be a little bit of program things. So have you updated it with some more information? Because we didn't anticipate many questions. We didn't anticipate. So we can, you can take the example of websites where you have the chatbot. The chatbot has programmed questions. The moment you ask a question which they have not anticipated, the chatbot tells you, okay, I'll connect you to a customer care supervisor. See, human has to come in. So the professors will not initiate the class. Probably the first introductory class for 15-20 minutes will be the programmed one. But then comes in the teacher to say hi, and then we start with the process of knowing people, knowing students, what are their personal interests. So with artificial intelligence, you also need some connection. That connection can be made more, you know, more, some working knowledge can be transferred to students saying that I do this, I do that. So the personal touch definitely will be there with teachers coming in. It will not completely replace, it's impossible. Yeah.
Mubin Sheikh says, I hear cryptocurrencies are used
Sorry for the
for.
interruption, Subia. I'm so sorry
Yes,
for
sir.
interrupting. I'm so sorry. We'll take late
Yes,
questions
sir. Yes,
later
sir.
on because we are short of time. Naila ma'am, can you see me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
But you can't see me?
I have my screen right in front, but I'm just going to open it because I'll have to minimize my other screen. I will be on it. So, am I supposed to do something? Yeah. Yeah, I can see you now, but I think, shall I stop presenting?
Yeah, can you see me now?
Yes, 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 Dr.
Okay.
Roshan, I
I
can
don't
see
know.
you
Should I say good morning or good evening?
now. For me, it's morning, but for
Oh,
Gigi, good evening
so
to you.
from India, good evening, right? And good
And
morning for
you,
Canada. Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you so
Thank
much for joining. Despite all your busy schedule, you could find some time for students of AIMS and participants from India. I'm
you. Yeah.
sure that your advice, your thoughts are well received, and definitely going to help the participants.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch up with you later.
Sure, sure.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks to entire Allana management. I've been there and I still miss all my friends there. And thank you for being so supportive today. Your
No,
team is awesome. Your
it's
team
our
is awesome.
pleasure. Most welcome.
Thank you.
Bye,
Okay.
ma'am. Bye. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, have a nice evening. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Over to you, Huda.
Yeah. So now we come towards the end of this function of our 2 days international management and IT seminar, Checkmate 2021. Before I request our director in charge to express his thought on behalf of all the MOCs, I would like to thank our director, Roshan sir, and all our faculties who have given us this platform to anchor in front of such an eminent personalities. Special thanks to Javed sir, Lubna ma'am, Priya ma'am, Nilofer ma'am, Pankaj sir, Shagufta ma'am, Rahil sir, and Tabassum ma'am, who has groomed us for this complete event. A big thanks to all our faculties and the non-teaching staff. Now, I request our director in charge, Professor Dr. Roshan Kazi, to express his thought about this past 2 days of the seminar. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, Huda.
Yeah, so now I request our director in charge, Professor Dr. Roshan Kazi, to express his thought about this past 2 days of this seminar.
Good evening. Am I clear? Am I loud?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening.
Uh, so we have reached the end of this 2 day events, Checkmate 2020, innovative practices in IT and business management. And definitely our hearts are filled with gratitude as we draw curtain for this wonderful event, Checkmate 2021. There's a beautiful saying that every celebration is an experience and every victory is memorable. I believe that this 2 day event, Checkmate 2021, is a celebration to us, is a victory to all of us. Of course, there's a formal vote of thanks that will be proposed by Dr. Lubna very soon. But I felt it's my duty to express gratitude towards people and personalities who have been instrumental in successful completion of this event. But before that, I'm very sure that participants have loved the program. All the participants have found the event to be extremely informative. Uh, I'm very sure that there's going to be positive learning outcome from all the 8 sessions that we had. Uh, the only conclusion that I can have from all the 8 sessions, of course, I could not attend all the sessions because parallelly with some other engagements were going on. But yes, innovation is a must for success. So unless until you are creative, unless until you foster that culture of creativity, you cannot imagine of extraordinary success and sensational growth for your organization. I'd like to thank all the 8 speakers that we had for the 2-day event. Dr. Bala Murlitharan, Dr. Murtuza, Dr. Azruddin, Dr. Mustafa, Dr. Susanna, Dr. Umesh, Dr. Naila, and Dr. Pradeep. They all are authority in their respective fields. They are well-read, they are knowledgeable, they understand the audience, and I'm sure that they were extremely effective and honest in their deliveries. Understand the audience, and I'm sure, as I said, Dr. Lubna will be definitely proposing a formal vote of thanks. And I'll be willing in my duties if I don't express gratitude towards the faculty members. And I'm sure, as I said, Dr. Very hard, definitely both from the MC and MC department, all the staff, they were running around, and they're always available for all the difficulties and challenges. Faculty members, thank you so much. I'd like to make a special mention here, Bhushan and his team. Thank you, Bhushan. He's a multi-talented person. He's a multitasker, highly effective, highly energetic, and I'm really surprised the way he has handled the virtual setup, and his team, and of course the MOCs, and all the MOCs. They were so professional in the approach. The confidence with which they were speaking, and the overall personality. I would definitely like to mention them in this August gathering. Subia, Huda, Bushra, Saima, Aisha Deshmukh, Maria, Nazmeen, Aisha Habib, Nazmeena, Neha, Noreen, Sania, Aisha, and Tayyaba. You were all out of ordinary, you were exceptional, and I really loved your style of presentation and emphasis. God bless you all. Over to you, Lubna.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Before we conclude and take leave of each other, we would like to request Dr. Lubna Siddiqui to propose vote of thanks for Checkmate 2021.
Thank you, sir. Honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, respected director, sir, and dear participants. On behalf of Allana Institute of Management Sciences, entire fraternity and organizing committee, I, Dr. Lubna Siddiqui, feel immense pleasure to take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks. What began as an initiative to put Checkmate on Allana's history was today's best gathering of professionals, academicians, and policymakers in virtual mode. At the outset, I would like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Pradeep Chatterjee, for gracing the event with his inspirational thought and presence. I express my deepest sense of gratitude towards all the eminent speakers, Dr. Pradeep Chatterjee, Professor Dr. Syed Azharuddin, Professor Dr. Raja Susanna, Dr. Mushtaba Momin, Dr. Balakrishnan, Dr. Murtuza Junaid Farooq, and Dr. Naila Sheikh. Thank you all very much for your contribution, for your time, and for your constant support through emails, WhatsApp messages, and calls to ensure this particular event to be a grand success. I take this opportunity to thank the living legend and our beloved president, Mrs. Abida Inamdar, from the bottom of my heart for always encouraging us and providing opportunities to organize such events. I would especially thank our director in charge, Dr. Roshan Khazi sir, for his unflattering support and confidences and giving me such a huge responsibility and of course guiding me through this. I assure you, sir, that we will join hands to meet the emerging challenges and will contribute towards our institution more dynamic, responsive, and sensitive to the needs of the society. I should not refrain myself to thank all the respective coordinators, Professor Javed Khan, Mr. Pankaj Kulkarni, Ms. Tabassum Sheikh, Dr. Nilofer Sheikh, Mr. Rahil Inamdar, Ms. Swarna Priya, Dr. Shagufta Sayyed, Ms. Fatima Shakil, Mr. Jafri, Mrs. Mehdi, and Mrs. Saira Bano for always being such a strong support system. I would like to thank all the beloved students of organizing committee, Ms. Saima Sheikh, Bushra Sheikh, Aisha Habib, Sobia Khan, Sania Khan, Maria Sheikh, Aisha Haf, Nazmeen Khan, Aisha Deshmukh, and Tayyeba Ahmed. My deep sense of gratitude to all the participants who choose to be live with us and attended the international seminar with a great enthusiasm and made it a successful event. My sincere thanks also goes to the organizing committee. Last, but surely not the least, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Atik Sheikh, Professor Hanif Pathan, Mr. Bhushan Jain, Khayyam sir, and Altamas sir for the technical support and helping us to webcast our seminar to all the social media platforms. I would like to thank all the non-teaching staff who helped us making this event a huge success. Once again, I thank all of you for joining us for this two-day event. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Life doesn't require that we be the best, only that we try our best. So, friends, try your best for success. Try to be as efficient as possible. And as said by one of the greatest philosophers of all time, Socrates, the only good is knowledge and the only evil is ignorance. So, I would like to thank all of you for being a part of this event. On behalf of Allana Institute of Management Sciences, Pune, we sincerely promise you that in the coming days too, we will keep on organizing such proceedings related to the field with some more innovative ideas to nourish your mind and fill you with more knowledge. Thank you, one and all. A last note to all, e-certificates will be mailed to the online participants who have filled the feedback from now within 10 days. The link is circulated in the chat box of Google Meet and description box of YouTube Live for the seminar on the registered email IDs. Thank you for your valuable time. Thank you so much.